I'm Mr. Copeland. I'm the registrar here.
What about Mr. Levy?
I'm afraid Mr. Levy's a bit tied up at the moment. Would you mind if I just had a quick feel of your abdomen?
Yeah. I hear congratulations are in order.
So? I was telling Patricia about your little windfall.
Yes, Lofty was saying you're going on honeymoon.
Ah, yeah, well, maybe. So you two know each other? Very nice, Patricia. Except you don't seem sorry. Okay. How long have you had that pain?
It came on last night.
He rang me at 4 in the morning and he was in agony.
It's not my... Zaidi.
It's not his appendix.
I had that out 30 years ago.
Right, well, from looking at the notes, your CRP and your white blood cell count are actually abnormally high.
Mr. Collins, CT.
Okay, thank you.
What is it?
It's just something I will need to just go and check on. Lofty, would you mind giving Mr. Carla 2 milligrams of morphine for the pain, please? Sure. I'm afraid you're going to have to deal with this.
So I suggest we draw up a 5-point action plan, which... Jason.
Mr. Hanssen.
Rather a lot of people have been looking for you.
So now you found me, we need to have a serious conversation.
Well, I'm in the middle of quite an important meeting, so why don't I just call Serena? You can get yourself cleaned up, and then later this afternoon, you and I can have a little chat.
No.
I beg your pardon?
If it's only quite important, then you can tell them to wait. What I have to say is very important. It concerns the health and safety of hospital staff. So it comes first.
You have a clot in what is called your superior mesenteric artery.
Is that serious?
It's depriving the bowel of blood and oxygen. And if we don't do something about it very soon, then that part of the intestine will die and will have to be removed.
My intestine?
So he will need an operation?
Will I still be able to eat?
I can't guarantee that. I'm sorry. And it's also like you'll be nil by mouth for some time after the operation.
No, that's impossible.
I promise you, I will remove as little of the bowel as I possibly can, okay?
مش معقول.
Habibi, he is upset because he's setting up a bakery.
The really beautiful stuff you have to make yourself. Bazmashta, shabak. What will I have to wear? One of those bags?
Right, I've been working on a project, okay? It's in the trial stages at the present, but the idea is to completely revolutionise intestinal procedures like this.
Okay.
So, we remove part of the bowel in theatre, but crucially, we don't dispose of it.
I don't understand.
Using a process called normothermic machine perfusion, we feed the part of the bowel with oxygenated blood, nutrients, and, if it works, it allows the damaged tissue time to recover, but outside of the body.
Well, then, of course, we have the time to remove the clot and repair the artery.
And when that's done, we reinstate the perfused bowel back into your intestine.
It's a transplant, but with your own organ.
And it's unlikely to be rejected. Now, this has never been done before. And I had to get special authorization.
And let's stand a chance to have a fully functioning bowel, to be able to eat normally.
At some point, hopefully, yes. Now, listen, Tara, I would love to give you the time to think about this, but we need a decision now, because we need time to prepare.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
So, I have warm water, clean flannel, towel, freshly laundered porter's uniform. There we are.
Thank you, Mr. Hanssen. But I've decided not to wash this off until the Holly Cartwright issue is resolved, and I can get to work without being assaulted.
Do you think that's wise?
Have you heard of Sergeant Wilson?
Who?
He's a character in Dad's Army, played by John LeMessurier.
Yes. Sadly, I've not seen it, but I've heard it's very funny.
I've seen every episode, apart from the 3 that were lost. Some of them are so old they're in black and white.
And how exactly is this relevant?
Auntie Serena explained that when Sergeant Wilson said to Captain Mannering, "Do you think that's wise, sir?" what he actually means is he doesn't think it's wise at all.
Well, you have me there. That is indeed my point.
Then say so.
I'm in no way suggesting that you are unwise to wish for your own personal safety, and I am as unhappy as you are about the situation.
You're not the one covered in rotten egg.
The issue of achieving an outcome for Miss Cartwright and her family is not going to be resolved in a hurry, I'm afraid.
Then you'd better get a move on. Otherwise, this is going to get really stinky.
Jason, I can't resolve this problem with you occupying my office, and there are other people who need my attention too.
Oh, Jason, thank goodness. We're so sorry. We assumed you'd gone to your safe space.
I did think about doing that, but then you'd all forget what happened and nothing would change.
Okay, well, let's go to my office, and I'm sure we can sort something out.
No, let's do it here.
Jason.
Unless you want to call security and have me removed by force.
His aortic valve is much larger than we originally thought.
Will your suturous valve still work?
No, not without major modifications.
Well, isn't that possible? I thought that was the point.
It is possible, but it would take, I don't know, months. And we just don't have the resources here. You're right. We shouldn't have waited.
No, you couldn't have known.
You did?
If that was the case, I would have insisted. If I could twist the knife, I would. You know that.
And that's both horrifying and oddly reassuring.
I'll tell him. I'll talk him through his options.
No. I pushed for this. I'll own it.
I'm not exactly being altruistic. What happened with Arlo?
What needed to happen happened.
Well, there's only so much you can own.
Like you said, about time I grew up.
If it was my decision, I would turn off Holly Cartwright's life support. It doesn't make any difference to her, and she's using up a bed and a lot of precious resources.
Well, I'm sure everyone will come round to that way of thinking in time. But there has been a hitch. Someone has told the family that there may be a way of treating her.
Oh. If that's true, then I changed my mind.
No, Jason, I assure you it is not true. It comes from an American institute who haven't even read Holly's notes.
Look, may I remind everybody, please, that it is not appropriate to discuss Miss Cartwright's case in detail here.
I don't want to discuss it. I want you to discuss it, so you can sort it out and I can come to work. I'm a father with responsibilities. I need this job.